To close out this month on leadership and marketing advice, we are going to go right into it and talk about how many times should you actually be posting on all of the major platforms in order to maximize exposure and maximize engagement.
This is Don't Fear Grit with Rob Taormina. Marketing strategies and advertising technologies to help you build a better business.
One of the more common questions I think people ask with regards to marketing strategies online is how many times should I be posting a day? And I will say with complete confidence, I'm an agency owner. I deal with people asking help and asking our agency to manage their social media. So I have heard this question so often, honestly, probably at least 100 times, if not significantly more. And I can say with complete confidence, that question is not coming from a place where those people genuinely want to know how many times should I be posting, but it's really coming from a place to see if in fact we will deliver an answer that says, you don't need to post that much because they just don't want to put the work in. What it boils down to is the work that you put in it will sort of equate to the results that you're going to get. If you don't put a lot of work in, you're not going to get a lot of great results. If you put a ton of work in, you're going to get more results, right? So I just felt like it was important to set up the foundation to this particular question because more often than not, I think people are just looking for anyone to give any resemblance of an excuse as to why they don't have to post a lot, why they don't have to, create a lot of content online. But the fact is, you do have to create a lot of content online. And you're going to have to post it and push it out and reformat it and repurpose it for multiple different platforms if you want to maximize exposure. And I'm assuming if you own a business that you want to do that, right? So before we move on, let's all get into the same head place where we can recognize and we are honest about this situation and we say, yes, we do want more exposure and we want to figure out all of those secret tips and tricks that enable us to maximize exposure. And a posting strategy, my goodness, is really incredible for increasing organic results. There's some other benefits, but we're going to be talking about that a little bit later on. So what I'll do is I will go from platform to platform and I will just be a straight shooter and tell you how many times you should be posting on those platforms per day. And let's start with TikTok. TikTok is a platform that you should be posting at least 2 pieces of content, 2 videos every single day. I've run a lot of tests on TikTok with regards to even just this specific strategy. In fact, I'm in the middle of a test right now where I set up 2 different accounts where I'm actually uploading the same content. I'm uploading the same videos, the same copy, the same hashtags. There's only one difference. I'm trying to isolate variables, right? So the only difference between these 2 platforms is these 2 accounts on TikTok. One account, I am posting only 1 video per day, and the other one, I am doing 2 videos per day. And guess what the results so far says? That the one that I'm posting 2 videos a day is getting better results. I'm reaching more people. Now, I know right off the bat, you'd be like, well, duh, you're putting 2 videos up, so you're going to get double the results. Wrong. I'm not getting double results. I'm getting significantly more results. In fact, I'm getting between 4 and 10 times more engagement and reach every single day by just doubling the amount of content that I'm putting out on TikTok. So it's incredibly important to do that because it's number one, it increases your likelihood and your chance of your particular video hitting the market at the right time, right? The message at the right time. You're also are going to be changing your copy. You're going to be changing your hashtags. And all of that plays into getting certain types of visibility. And then also, if you hit the right topic at the right time, you could be doing this at a time where TikTok listen, you do a little research on this. TikTok does what's called heating. Internally, manually, their staff will what's called heating. They will literally heat and put fire behind certain posts and certain types of content because they want to push it out because for whatever reason, fill in the blank, right? So you're just increasing the likelihood of hitting up all of these factors, and it helps. And so again, like my experiment that I'm going through right now indicates, you need to be posting at least 2 videos per day on TikTok. Let's now go over to Twitter, because Twitter's similar. On Twitter, you actually should be posting at least 2 tweets per day, if not more. I would say 2 to 4. And with Twitter, I'm going to up it and say you should also be re-engaging with other people's tweets as well. And so I think 2 is a safe mark. More would be even better, but Twitter likes that level of activity on there and encourages more growth, and you get even more reach. Remember, I'm not talking about you're gonna just double the doubling factor. No, it's an exponential growth. So on Twitter, that's what you want to do. On YouTube, ideally, and I know this is going to sound hard for a lot of people, because the YouTube video format does require much more production. However, it is just a proven thing, even on our end, and you can research this and Google studies on this. Those that are posting 3 videos plus, so at least 3 videos per week on YouTube, see significantly more growth than people that are only doing 1 video. So if the name of the game is reach, exposure, increased impressions, then the way to do that organically, this is without paying to play, is simply just adding more good, fresh, good quality content. And with YouTube, that is 3 videos per week. Now, I'm not saying you got to produce an hour-long segment 3 times a week, so 3 hours. I'm not saying that. But within your industry, within what you're doing, within the format of what you're doing, you should be pushing out 3 videos per week on YouTube. Now, on Instagram, how many pieces of content should you be doing there? On Instagram, it should be at least 1 per day. At least 1 per day on Instagram, and you'd be good. But Instagram does present a completely different level of options and more opportunities, because with Instagram, you have other things like Reels and stories and whatnot. So when I say 1 post, you could do 1 post, but I also recommend doing at 1 per option that Instagram allows you to post. So that's going to be 1 post, that's going to be 1 story, that's going to be 1 reel. You following my drift here? You want to be able to hit up all of those options, because Instagram, it has a tendency to favor accounts that are actively using all of their features. They like people that promote all their features by using all of their features. So that's just, by the way, one advantage. There's a lot of other things that factor into it, but my recommendation is once per day per feature on Instagram. Shifting over to Facebook, I recommend 1 post per day, and like we have now with Instagram, Facebook has introduced, we've got the Reels and we've got stories as well. And the same goes to that. So I would say 1 Facebook post, 1 Facebook story, and 1 Facebook Reel. You want to hit up all of those things. It's really going to help you reach more people. And where they are beta testing the ability for profiles now to reach more people, because they've opened up access to different features that only you would in the past had access if you had a business page and a business account and a business manager account. They're starting to beta testing it. I'm one of those accounts actually that they've been beta testing this on now for several months. I gotta be honest, I love it. It is amazing, but it has changed. Like, I've completely noticed that the feeds are different, the content reaction is different. So I'll be reporting obviously on all of my discoveries, sort of a little bit later on once they sort of make this available to everyone. Right now, they're just beta testing that particular feature. But with profiles, you can reach more people via Reels and stories than you can if you're not a beta tester. It's different. Like, I'm a beta tester with a new feature and I can reach more people. So, but those who don't have a professional dashboard linked and activated on their Facebook accounts, then your ability to reach people outside of your friends and your immediate network of those who follow you is going to be through stories and Reels. There's a little tip right there. It's going to enable you to reach them and then draw them in and convert them to followers, and then you can convert them elsewhere. So those are the big platforms that I wanted to hit on today. Curious, how many times are you guys posting on the various platforms? What kind of results are you getting? Are you seeing results consistent with what I'm saying? Or are you hearing what I'm saying of how much content you should be posting on all these things and doing the math in your head? You're like, wait a minute, what? I got to post on TikTok twice a day. I got to post on Instagram once per day per feature. Same thing with Facebook, and then 3 videos on YouTube and all these things. Like, that's a lot of content every single day. It is a lot of content. But to help sort of ease your stress and eliminate that anxiety, and maybe for some just lower the anxiety, AI is at an all-time level of intelligence. I know the word AI has intelligence, artificial intelligence in it, right? But the technologies are so advanced, all of you should be using it somewhere. In fact, if you can be ambitious, I recommend using several. I am using currently several forms of AI for my businesses, for my clients, for my passion projects. I'm having several things of AI. And what it does, it is freeze. Number one, the most valuable thing that I've discovered from using a lot of different forms of AI is the amount of time that it saves me. I'm at a place in my life, I've maximized my 24 hours, right? I've been at a place where I've maximized my 24 for a long time now. And what I've had to do in life, in order to introduce new things, I got to sacrifice some things, right? Or I've got to reevaluate and make changes and compromises and bring other people in to take that off my plate. But what this does, literally overnight, I can free up a tremendous amount of time without sacrificing quality, and without even sacrificing still being involved, because I can still oversee. And all of this extra time is allowing me and affording me the opportunities to experience new things, more time with my family, experience and try to even maybe even pursue some ideas that I've been mulling over, right? It's amazing. So AI is incredible. And you know what? Today's topic is a great example of where it can help you as well. My recommendation is research how AI can help you with your content. I guarantee you, because I'm telling you, I've already used this. I'm using this strategy for literally what I'm recommending to all of you guys right now. And maybe in a future episode, if I get enough feedback from you guys and people asking me to do a show on this, I will do a show outlining exactly what AIs I'm using, how I'm using it, and show you some results, right? But I'll only do that if I get enough feedback on that topic. But there are a tremendous amount of AI out there that can help you curate content, create content, develop it, design, manage, distribute, and all that stuff. And it really should not take you more than a few minutes a day to do everything that we just discussed. Initially, when we were talking about it, I guarantee a lot of you guys were overwhelmed. Were thinking like, oh my gosh, this is going to take me a few days just to create all of that content for one day. And I get it. Now, where that's not true, and it's not going to take you that long, even if you didn't have AI. With AI, it now will only take you a few minutes a day in order just to create at least the bare minimum basic content that will satisfy what it is that we're talking about. And then you can supplement all of the other high-level things with strong call to action, strong targeting, and really focus in and create better content then with the good stuff, right? But you could fill in the gaps with AI being sort of like your best of the month employee. Anyway, guys, I hope you have enjoyed this past month. I really love this. I love talking about leadership and business development and marketing, sort of like a broad stroke sense. I love that. So I've really enjoyed this past month of us diving into those subjects. I hope you guys have enjoyed it well. If you found some value, do me a favor, do the things that are important for this show, right? These are the things that show us that we're talking about the right things and doing the right things. And that's like, comment, subscribe, huge. Even find us on Apple Podcasts, leave us an amazing 5-star review. Like, that would be huge for us, because it definitely helps us out. And honestly, probably the thing that I am most grateful for is when I go online and I see people sharing the show. Like, that means so much to me, because that was like, wow, this person's found so much value that they wanted to share this little nugget of truth with someone else. And when I see those shares, my goodness, honestly, like, I am so incredibly grateful. And that's what motivates me to keep on doing the show and invest more time and energy, and honestly want to reveal even like higher level things. So love seeing that stuff. Guys, until next time, don't fear the process ever. And don't fear grit. Take care.